Yeah, remember?
Ah, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Okay, we're gonna let it go. Oh, motherfucker. Just because you're dancing, I had to stop the music.
Oh my God.
Ed, did you have like
Friday.
he had his fair share? He had his fair share of energy drinks and boner pills. He's good. That's what it was.
Right.
All right, guys.
Yes, great gas stations in Columbus, by the way.
Oh yes. Great ones. All right, thank you for joining us tonight. It is the Burning River Browns Talk Friday night edition. I am Lou Marconi at LMarconi251 on Instagram, at LMarconi1973 on Twitter. Fanatical Elves Network is a subsidiary of the Fans First Sports Network. With me, as always on Friday, Sherry, Browns fan girl, my kosher co-host, and yes, she is here. And of course, Ed in Columbus. We look like the Brady Bunch, like a really deranged Brady Bunch. Ed in Columbus from the Dog Chug, my good man. Thank you. Yes, he's ready to go. He's raring. He's ready to go.
It's an hour earlier, Lou. Usually we go at 10 o'clock on Wednesdays. Check us out.
He's
9
fully
o'clock
energized.
on a Friday. I'm ready to party. It's Friday night, Lou.
It is Friday night. That's what people spend their Friday nights like listening to us. So also with us, a special guest from Wrestling with the Future, What's the Buzz podcast, my friend and longtime and colleague, Amelia Chapman. Thank you for joining us, Amelia. Yes,
Amelia.
And she put up the Browns background for us. She wanted to join us. I was happy to have her. She couldn't make it last week because she had power outages in Florida. So
sounds like Florida.
Yeah, lightning capital of the world, right?
Yep. Yeah. It happens a lot. So, but because we got stuff to talk about, I want to talk about the Mari Cooper thing and we'll talk some Brown stuff. We got all kinds of things. We go everywhere when we do these Friday nights. We joke, we have fun. I didn't see Megan Donovan join us yet. I think the last show when I was making fun of Ken Carmen, she left. So it happens. But before we do anything, without any further ado, I do have to take a 3-second pause for breaks from our sponsors right now. All right, we're back. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for staying with us. All right. Ed,
yes,
I need to ask you because what was that? See, because let me explain some the Mari Cooper situation. Do you think it's being blown out of proportion? Is it me, or do you think that it's being?
Anything on Browns X is blown out of proportion. Of course, here's the thing. In 1989, last time the Browns won a division, I don't know. They didn't have the social media. In the 90s, even with the Belichick drama and Bill Must Go, you heard about it through the newspapers and through Tony Grossi and Mary Kay Cabot, but you didn't get it every day, 24/7 like we're getting it.
Sports calling radio shows. Yeah,
calling radio shows. That's that's the difference. And nowadays, so of course it's being blown out of proportion. Here's the deal. As long as Amari Cooper is in camp, because I think it's extremely important that he's in camp. You got Ken Dorsey, new offensive coordinator. You got Deshaun Watson coming back after an injury. You got a new offense. And I think Kevin Stefanski may say, hey, look, Ken Dorsey, you can call the plays. I'm thinking he's having them call them a lot more. I think it's a new offense. You'll see Deshaun 90% in the shotgun. It's going to be great, but you need Amari Cooper there because let's be real, Lou. You got an offensive line that was banged up last year. They're coming back. They're good players, but they were banged up. They're coming back. You got running back Nick Chubb, probably the best running back in the NFL. Here's the deal. He's coming back. So, and then you got wide receivers. You got Jerry Jeudy, new piece to the puzzle. He's learning the offense for the first time as well. So we need all these pieces there for an education in Berea, and then go kick ass in September, October, November, December, and January.
So do you see all that in one breath? Oh yeah, we're going. This roster is playoff ready. This is a playoff roster.
Amari Cooper's a big piece of that, Lou, and
yes,
I think I don't care. Okay, here's the thing about X, and I'll say this: is it being blown out of proportion? Yes, because you got all these people on X want to talk about years and money and salary caps and contracts and doing it because that's what fans do. We're fanatics. We're allowed to do that. We're allowed to do this analysis. But at the end of the day, It all depends if Amari Cooper is actually in camp, and the only people that can get that done is Barry and Stefanski and the front office and all those guys. They're smart
Nerds.
people. They put this roster together to say, you know what? Let's just have a little bit of drama, and let's have our best wide receiver not be in there when we're having all these changes, and this is our year to go. I don't think they're that stupid, Lou. I don't think
They're
anybody
not
thinks
stupid
that.
at all.
So
No.
they're going to get it done. I think they'll get it done. Amari Cooper will be in camp. I don't worry about it, but it is fun to get on X and see Browns fans freak out.
Well, when I saw negative comments, just to add to what you were saying, well, I'll get the ladies involved too. Don't worry, we're not. I'm
Hey,
not
ladies.
How you doing? All right. So, what I saw, because when I was getting ready to do my Sunday night show, I took a look and I saw all these blogs with all these negative comments about Cooper and the situation and all this drama. They weren't Cleveland people.
That's okay. That's fine. That's the trolls of Pittsburgh, the Ravens, and the Bengals.
But it was. It was more or less Pittsburgh trolls. And I said, did they know that Amari Cooper was at David Njoku's celebrity softball game last weekend? That he was there?
Don't tell them that. They don't want to hear that, Lou. That's facts. They don't want to hear that.
The team could have fined him $100,000, and the team didn't do that.
They're not going to. They're going to because they know they're going to get something done. Let's not piss each other off. We'll come down. They're going to get it done. They're going to get it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that there's more to it than just, oh, well, I heard the offer was lowballed and he's mad, and it's like, oh, God. Well, just to give you an idea, I said this on the Fanatical Elves last night. I was on a Pittsburgh, the Steel Curtain podcast, and after the draft, and they wanted a Cleveland perspective. I said, sure, I'm happy to do it. They go, hey, is this true that Deshaun Watson doesn't want to be in Cleveland? And I just kind of I said, well, he just opened a sandwich shop in Cleveland Heights, and he did a podcast with what's that guy's Quincy Avery, and his coach Kevin Stefanski, and they were breaking down film from the home game, and he seemed to be fine to me. I don't know where you got that from. Oh, we heard that here. I said, from who? I'm like, really? Look at your source. I'm like, I just went, that's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. And the thing is, they're seeing how he's looking in minicamp, and he's back. He's ready to go. So, all right, Sherry.
Yes.
Mazel tov.
On what? What did I do?
Nothing. You're watching hockey. I was going to say shalom, but I just screwed up.
Well, shalom. Yeah, that would have been the appropriate.
That would have been more appropriate.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think. Give me your perspective, because you're also from the Squad Pod. Give me your perspective. What do you think about the Amari Cooper?
It's drama begetting drama. It's because everything has been so quiet and going in such a good direction that the other teams want to throw out make-believe drama at us, and some people take the bait and they run with it. I don't take the bait because I know it's nonsense. You have to be a mental little person, if you will,
you can
to run away with.
I knew you would correct you. I knew you would correct her there.
You could say midget. Well, it's called clickbaiting.
Right.
What it is, right.
Or just or just baiting. In any situation, people want to fight.
Well, if you clickbait too much, you go blind.
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
maybe I heard the Catholics, they say that to their children to keep them.
That's why Steeler fans wear glasses. Okay. Speaking of wearing glasses, Amelia.
Right? To take them off? No. No, you're always going to have this kind of conflict, especially with the first game would be the Cleveland against the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboy fans are always going to retaliate and say something bad about the Browns because that's how Dallas fans are, because they're babies. And I hate to say that because I'm from Texas, but you know what? I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan, and I've never been. I never will be.
No. Are you more of a Houston fan or just?
I was always been a Patriots fan, but because of Tom Brady, because I like Tom Brady. But my son's like, guess what? You got to choose somebody else. And Mom, look at this Cleveland Browns. Look at this quarterback and blah blah blah. Just because I know your taste, Mom, but look at this. They're doing great. So he's
actually your son. Your son's a Browns fan, or is he's putting over what the Browns are doing?
Yeah, he said, Mom,
curious.
they're doing the best now. He goes, you should go with the Browns, Mom, because they need it. Because they're doing fantastic now. So he's like leading me towards you guys. So I was like, you know what? I know who the Browns fans are, So yeah.
I've always, just to kind of to see where we're at now and where this roster is at now compared, let's just go back 8 years ago.
Yeah.
7 years ago. You know what I'm talking about? That was the.
I know. Like, here's the thing, Lou. Look, this is the 8-year anniversary, roughly, of the time period that the Cleveland Cavaliers won a championship. And now you're talking about going 7, 8 years back, but you're talking Browns talk. I don't want to do that, Lou. I don't want to do that.
No. I'm talking about where we came from. Like,
no, I know. Because you're right. We came from 1-31. We came from it was yes. Yeah.
It started because I always put it in an article. The turnaround started the day we drafted Myles Garrett. Number one overall.
I would agree with that.
It began there, and then it got slowly but surely.
You had your ups and your but it was
that was the beginning of it. It was the beginning of it, and I think the last 5 years now we've had stability, we've had an organization, and it seems like there's people that just there's people reacting emotionally to something. There's really not that much to react to on all this, and we got somebody gave us a heart. Who gave us a heart? Oh, Kofi.
You know that rumors that the Dallas Cowboys are trying to get rid of Prescott too.
Really?
They treat him like we treated Baker and we treat Deshaun. Dallas is really tough on Dak Prescott, and but I think deep down he's a good player. It's unfortunate Dallas fan base is like the Browns fan base, and your son decide, hey mom, let's pick a team, the Cleveland Browns. I'll give him credit. The Browns are the TMZ of the NFL. Every year, Lou, we went from 1-31 but we were drama. We had Hard Knocks. We had Johnny Manziel. We had the Browns are one of those franchises. You can say what you want about them, but they are drama. They are fun, and that's why you see a fan base that is so passionate. And yes, they fight with each other and they nitpick, and they're always just making this, that, or the other. They do it in Dallas too. They do it in Dallas, and good for your son for recognizing that game, recognized game. And Dak Prescott, it's the same deal, and it's going to be fun. First game
they do it in every city. They do it in every city.
Yeah, but Dallas, I'll give Dallas credit. Dallas is like Cleveland. Those fans they're a notch above. Those people are, and they attack their own like we do.
I remember the NFL draft. The first time when I moved to North Carolina, it was 2011 when they drafted Cam Newton, and people were calling in to the sports talk radio stations thinking it was the dumbest thing they could possibly do was draft him. Wow. And I'm just sitting there going like, really? I mean, I don't know. It looks pretty good to me.
Take him to a Super Bowl. I mean, he did.
Yeah, but until he had that shoulder injury, he was very good. Absolutely. But so it looks like what's my name? Berg is here.
That's my guy. Shut up. He's the guy. Yes. That's our Pittsburgh guy.
He said Ed, not ED. Okay. Well, if you have ED, you might want to call a doctor.
I want to know. I want his honest opinion if he's still in the comments. What did he think about my Justin Timberlake stuff? Because he loves the, if he's going to use that, I want on his honest take on it. Was I as bad as Timberlake being intoxicated? That's what I want to know.
Is that why he's in jail?
I'm waiting for the comments. We'll see. We'll see.
I want to know. Speaking of drama, what do you think of what Mr. Lonnie Phelps did in my home state?
Him and Timberlake were partying.
Yeah, he thought it was a drive-through.
I saw that one. I saw that.
I
thought it was a drive-through. What?
Right. That's funny. I can't take credit for it, but that's funny.
I think it was Reflog that.
That's hilarious.
That thing is, how many celebrities don't get arrested here in Florida?
But did you see the video, Lou? Did you actually see the video?
No, I did not see.
You got to watch it. Okay, he's really intoxicated. He gets mad at the female officer and says he doesn't like the temperature, complaining that it's like cold, but it's really hot. It was 84 degrees. But then he starts saying she's like a Russian. She might kill him. He's afraid of different things. Then he starts saying he's joking. I mean, it's great. You got to watch stuff. It's on X. You got to find it very, very much intriguing and that's what I'm saying. The Browns, other teams get arrested. There's no video. The Browns players are former Browns players at this point because he did get released. Hey, we got a little drama. So watch that, Lou. You got to tell the audience.
Actually, if you give me a minute, it's
pretty fun. I mean, it's like whoa. I mean, Sherry, he thought she was Russian. She was going to kill him.
Oh, my God.
Lonnie was thinking it was worse than attacking the opposing team. He thought it was live action, but he was even a little bit more scared. So
I can imagine that. Hang on, give me 1 second here, because it looks like, look what I found. Do you see it?
There you go. There it is.
A driver going on a crash course slamming straight into a Key West restaurant. Turns out the man was arrested for DUI, is an NFL player, and just in, the Cleveland Browns have now released him. Local 10's Janine Stanwood is in our newsroom with a video of his arrest. Janine.
Calvin, we're talking about Lonnie Phelps. He was signed as a free agent in 2023. He spent the season on the practice squad. The Browns just announcing, as you said, that he has been released. And we're seeing the moments police and tourists surround the scene.
Hey, who was in the car? Who was in the car?
Key West police rushing to the scene after this black SUV slams into the front of a restaurant. Both airbags deployed.
Geez.
Crowds of people watching in shock.
It's on camera, so I ain't really tripping. But then again, I can lock it right here, right now.
An investigator saying this is the man behind the wheel, Cleveland Browns player Lonnie Phelps. According to the arrest report, Phelps had glassy, watery, bloodshot eyes, droopy eyelids, and a strong odor of alcohol was coming from his breath.
L as a lion, O-N-N-I-E.
Lonnie.
Phelps, as
Okay.
in Michael Phelps, the white swimmer.
So I talked to the EMS, and they said that you their questions, so they got to make sure you're okay.
It happened Wednesday at the Red Shoe Island Bistro on Petronia Street in Key West.
Can you imagine if there's people here? How terrible that would be.
The restaurant was closed because the owners were on vacation. Police say Phelps was in the car with his girlfriend. Witnesses describe it moving erratically.
He hit this curb right here, and he landed there.
They said that he saw them like driving on the curb and then he crashed in here. They saw the accident happen.
My hands behind my back.
Police trying to conduct a field sobriety test, but say Phelps kept interrupting. He faces a misdemeanor charge of causing property damage and driving under the influence.
But I passed the test, right?
No, you didn't even finish the test, man.
Because y'all ain't let me.
So this happened last night at about 9 p.m. Normally, this is a really busy time for restaurants in Key West. The owner tells us he closed the place because he was at a concert in Chicago. He's now on his way back to survey the damage. Nicole?
Thank goodness no one was inside. Janine?
Yep. That was a
good job on that. But they actually, you saw him inside that video of the cop car. There's actually like a minute video of him in the cop car, and he's talking. That's when he goes into the Russian conspiracy and all that fun stuff. But
where did she go? Where did Sherry go?
We lost Sherry.
Yeah, she froze up. I could tell she was kind of freezing. And then when you went to the video here, I think it kind of went off. So
no.
Yeah, he was on the practice squad. So I just did a little quick search and showed it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is. Yeah. So
how did you spend your birthday, Lou?
What's that?
How was your birthday?
Oh, it was great. Thank you. I spent it watching the dog chug. Watching, I watched it. It was just another day. My daughter shares my birthday with me.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, she's my youngest. And
happy birthday to her. I didn't know that.
She turned 7. She turned 7. I turned 51. And it was just so funny. It's just like, it's all about her now. So it's just kind of.
Well, you tell her I said happy birthday.
Absolutely. She was all excited. Well, they had it was so funny because they saw the pediatrician for their annual checkup type thing. And my oldest daughter, they said they kind of bases what they think how much they're going to grow. And she's going to be 9 in September. And they say she's going to grow to be 5'3".
Oh,
and my youngest will be 5 feet tall. And I'm like, geez, I mean, I had munchkins. I mean, it's just like, well, it was funny because I'm close to 6 feet tall. I'm almost 5'11". She's coming back.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Because I'm almost. There you are. And I'm pretty much almost 6 feet tall, and it was just So and my wife's like she's 5'7". So
yeah, so I don't.
I don't know how that they just. But I don't think they're going to be that. I don't think they're going to be. I was just telling her my daughters had the pediatrician checkup, and they kind of estimated one would be. Grow to 5, my younger would be 5 feet tall, and my older one would be 5'3", which
they probably
Flintstone vitamins, Lou. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, would they be taller than Lana?
Yeah.
Yes. My daughter is like 5'7", and my son is like 5'6", something like that, and I'm 5'2". My husband's like 6 feet tall. So there you go.
Yeah, you just don't know. You don't know.
You don't know. So yeah.
But it's like whenever I get a high five from Lana, I put my hand up really high so she can't reach it. I hope she's watching. Tell me seriously, if because you had the ladies on the pod squad, on your Wednesday night show. Well, you had
Squad Pod. We had Lana and Lysandra. Yes, we
Lana
did.
and Lysandra.
Yes.
Good friends. But
Great guests, good friends, and great times.
Yeah. Well, see, this is what I was going to say. If the ladies on the Squad Pod were all in wheelchairs, what would their show be called? Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Yes. See, now Lana would want to high five me, and I do that. There you go. I should make that into a reel and send it to Lana.
You should.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah.
He's gonna write it down,
I wrote it down. Yeah, I wrote it down. I did. That's how I do them. I'm really good at doing reels.
Sherry, I can make you say my name without making you say my name. Who's winning the NHL Game 6 of the Stanley Cup playoffs right now?
Think about it.
Does it start like this? Does it start like this?
I'm gonna pull a Meg.
Tell him it's going to be Florida and then shut him up. Tell him it's going to be Florida and shut him up.
I am not an Edmonton Oilers fan. I am always Team USA. I always the Florida Panthers, But here's the deal. I look at Edmonton. And it spells my name Ed. So I'm kind of rooting for no Canadian team since '93 has won the Stanley Cup. So if they're going to do it eventually, why not be Ed?
They've been in existence since '93. They're
the
underdog.
Panthers are going to win, right?
They're the underdog.
Here's what it is, Sherry. Okay, I'm not over the Game 7 '97 World Series between the Cleveland Indians and the Florida Marlins. Here's what upsets me. Cleveland is a better fan base than the Florida Marlins.
The Florida Marlins don't even exist anymore. They're the Miami Marlins.
They get an expansion. I know, but this is the deal. In '97 at the time, they were only around 5 years, and they beat the Indians, and haven't won it since '48. And so I felt like in Florida, if you're Canadian, it's the same thing. You're a Canadian fan. You're like a Cleveland fan. You haven't won it for a while. And then these Florida teams, these expansion Florida teams come in and they win, Lou. And you know what I'm talking about. These Midwestern cities like Cleveland deserve a title. These Florida teams like the Marlins and the Panthers, they come in and they win.
We've never had a title. We've never had a title. We deserve this title.
Yeah,
if you look
Florida needs to win.
If you look statistically, the roster, most of the players are from Canada, just in the NHL, just combined.
Ask a Canadian though; their heart would melt if one of the Canadian teams. It's pride for them. Of course, Sherry, you're a Florida Panthers. Of course, you're saying you don't. I don't blame you. I'd have the same attitude if I was.
I live in Florida, so I have to go with Florida.
Yeah.
Sherry, I'd say fuck them too. Honestly, I'd say fuck Canada. Like Terrence.
Whoa.
They were chanting over the national anthem.
I just saw an article about Canada.
The Canadians.
Their number one
search.
They polluted last year, Lou. Then all that smog and smoke came down from Canada.
Right. You know where it came from? Do you know what their number one search fetish online is? Is to get farted on. I'm not kidding. That's Canada.
Well, that makes sense.
All right, never mind. I'm going for the Florida Panthers now. Fuck it.
Just like whenever the Browns play Dallas, Dallas is going to have to be shown where the end zone is for to make the touchdown by the Browns. Or Tom Brady's going to have to say, go to that other end. That's where you go make the touchdown. They're going to have to go down.
That's how it works.
See, that's how it works.
Yes.
I can't wait till week 1 when America's team is playing the Dallas Cowboys that day.
Nice. It's going to be great.
And see, that's what Tom Brady said. He's going to have to get used to saying that because he's not used to saying that because the Patriots were America's team. Now he's got to get used to saying that. Supposedly, America's team is going to be playing that day.
Absolutely. Yes, it'll be clear. Now, let me just say this because the rumors are going around, and I'm going to go around the table. Nick Chubb, week 1. What do you think, Ed?
I think he plays at least 10 snaps, maybe. They give him the hand it off 10 times to him. I don't know.
Could you imagine the sound and the electricity? Are you a season ticket holder? Do you go to games, home games?
I am not. I'm waiting for the Brook Park Dome, Lou. No, just kidding. I went to games in Minnesota.
Yes.
I am. Andy mentioned Dog. We go to a game a year. I feel like there's enough energy. I feel like he'll want to be on there. I feel like if you get him 10 carries, they got that Deontay Foreman. They got that guy from Buffalo. They're going to have a committee. They're going to be in the shotgun. It's going to be a different offense anyways. So you're going to have 2 or 3 guys that, why not play him 10 snaps? It's kind of like, like the warm up for him, like his preseason, but it counts. If you're going to play Nick Chubb, instead of wasting him in a preseason game when he thinks he's ready and it doesn't matter, I would rather work him in games 1, 2, 3, you know what I'm saying, to build up his workload that way and use regular games. If he's going to get hurt by getting hit, let's let's make it count. Then I think Nick would feel the same way, and it would only benefit the Browns.
Which by mid-season, when we need him the most, his legs will be fresh and we'll be ready to go. You, Sherry, what do you think?
No, yeah, like I concur with Edward.
What's that? You concur with Edward? Oh.
Now on this one, they're going to agree without.
Everybody's going to agree. No, that's. I mean,
they're going to
play until they get hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, let them work in slowly. Give them a few snaps in the beginning. Let them remember what it feels like to have guys rushing at him again, and so he could get the yips out and
get the feet wet, as they say.
Yeah. I remember being at the Steelers game when he was introduced out of the tunnel and he was on crutches, and the stadium, it was deafening loud. And there was a lull in the game. It was the fourth quarter. And they showed Chubb in the loge or the box, and it's like everything just kind of got energized. I think just that boost, not only being a home game, national TV, first game in the season, having Nick Chubb out there would just blow the roof off that place, even though there isn't one. So it's just not yet. We blow the roof off. Yes, we will. The Brook Park Dome. You brought that up, the Brook Park Dome.
I was in Brook Park today, actually.
Yeah, what were you doing there? Just hanging.
Buying fish for the aquarium.
Oh,
there's a really nice vendor over there. Very exotic, cool fish. If you're into
some tropical fish.
I got blue shrimp and pea puffers and snails.
Nice. Okay, so I actually on the way to the Top Dog tailgate, I purposely drove my wife and family by that empty area. Said this is where they're going to do it. She's like, oh, it makes sense. It's right by the airport. It's like that's what my wife said. She's very observant.
They have a tiny little executive airport in Brook Park too.
Yeah, absolutely. So what, Ed? When do you think they're an official announcement?
Seriously, okay. So I mean, obviously there were stories that they had some meetings with some high politicians in Columbus, Ohio. Great place to have it, obviously, but the state guys, obviously. And there was obviously that rendering that was leaked. Kind of looks like a Metro Parks kind of. It's got a
I don't know if that's.
I kind of like. You know what? Honestly, you're gonna. I call it the Resort by the Airport. I want to get the T-shirts made, but Resort by the Airport, great move. But it's gonna happen 2028, 2029. But I think an announcement probably. I would say. Within a year at the longest, like maybe in 6 months you'll hear something. Maybe I think if the Browns are having success during this upcoming season and the Browns are, say, I don't know, 8-1, 7-2, things are really good. Watson's playing great. Well, Jimmy, that's your time to get your PR guy out there and just tell the people in Northeast Ohio, guess what? I'm coming for your taxes. And you know what, Cleveland? Here's the deal. You do it with your school sometimes. I know levies come and go. Here's the thing. Cleveland needs it. And look, I know it's going to be a burden on taxpayers. I get that. But it is something that Cleveland needs. It will set them apart. It's a regional thing. It's a regional thing.
Right. It's a county thing. The county pays for the taxes on the stadium.
Yes, I live in Columbus. So, yes, people like Ross on the Dog Chuck brings up the point that, yes, I will not be paying for any kind of hike into. I get that to a certain degree. I think.
Wait, which one of us? I live in Cuyahoga. Andy does.
I live in Geauga County.
Ross does live in Cuyahoga, yes.
Yeah, so three of us. So most of you aren't affected.
That's fair, but we have done our thing in Columbus.
I don't like it.
You know, when it comes to the Columbus Crew, when it comes to nationwide arenas, like you got to pay for, like, your city has to come together and pay for a sales tax increase. And it's, we did it in '92 with Jacobs Field and the Gateway Project. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to step up, and it sucks. And not like the Haslams aren't going to spend like $500 million. It's going to cost $2 billion. Not like the Haslams aren't ponying up $1 billion. I think that has to be said a little. My goodness, we should be so glad we have owners. And we get mad at the Dolans for the Guardians, and they're having a great season, but they got to play Moneyball, and they got to do it more of a methodical way. And good things we have. I said a good thing we have good people in the front office. But here's the thing: the Browns can spend their way out of trouble. The Browns are like the Yankees. We have an owner that are like the Yankees that will spend, and just give them what they want. Because here's the deal: like that's the only way you're going to get consistently good and stay good. And you know what? Pay that 0.5% sin tax or whatever it is.
He's outspending the
sin tax. It was on beer and alcohol. And I know you're going after the same people that whatever. Let's do it again for 0.5%. You got owners that are willing to go halfway.
I know they did go to the state lawmakers. I think there's some state funds that are available.
There are, and that's the thing. I think, like I was going to say, the governor and stuff like that. So they are trying to get a thing in Ohio because the Bengals are spending $100 million. Give the Paul Brown, Mike
Paul Brown Stadium. What did they call it?
Paul Brown Stadium. Mike Brown, the owner. The Bengals are even ponying up money to spend $100 million on renovations of Paul Brown Stadium. It'd be like us spending $100 million to renovate our current stadium. I think it's wasted money, but that's their only option. They can't spend. Look, the Browns can't spend $1 billion like the Haslam's can. So if the Haslam's are willing to pony up $900 million more, come on, Cleveland, meet them halfway. That's all I'm saying. Meet them halfway.
I think the county, the state, and so there'll be other funding.
That's fine. Get as much as you can from the state, and then go burden the people of Northeast Ohio.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen.
Good luck getting money out of East Cleveland.
Yeah,
good luck.
Yes, shake them upside and shake them out.
I just hope they recover all the bodies.
And Euclid, come on, all these little municipalities, there's like no money on the east side.
Potholes in the dead bodies.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know what? Burden the west side where the money is. Maybe Beechwood fine, Shaker fine, Pepper Pike, okay. But the rest of us on the the east side. Good luck.
But like the 0.5%, like the things that we get mad about, like they're going to spend, we waste our money in government anyway.
I already have season tickets.
Yeah,
what am I going to be double burdened?
Yeah, that pier to Gaza. You know how many stadiums they could have built instead of doing that pier to Gaza?
Build something else. Like here's the thing: have something to show for your money. So what if you're over? It's like this, okay? You work and work and work, and you can only buy so much. You might as well have a nice car. You might as well have. There's things in a region that you could have. You could have an awesome dome. Like, what is like Indianapolis known for? Indianapolis is no better than Cleveland, but they got Lucas Oil Stadium, so they get like the NFL Combine. They get these stupid shit like that. Why is the Big Ten championship? Cleveland should be hosting that stuff and WrestleManias and things like that. Yes, I know it only comes once these arguments that it only comes once in a while. SummerSlam's coming, I get it, and all that stuff. Be known for having a dome. Have a weird looking dome. That's why I didn't like the rendering at first. It looks like a Metro Parks hut. But at the same time,
but it blends in with all. It's like the with the aesthetic of all the
Cleveland is known for its great metro parks. Why not have it look like it?
Well, if it was in Parma, it'd have a bunch of pink flamingos around it. So that's
you can have some of ours. Over there.
Yeah.
Just celebrate the fact that you could have something that distinguishes your region.
Yes. Well, I mean,
I want a thatched dome. It has to be thatched to match all the huts. Just like
you don't know if that's going to be the actual.
No, and that exactly.
So that's why I don't react when I'm like, Noah Olson from the Fanatical Elves Network. He also WIO because Brook Park City Council pretty much laid out the red carpet for him.
They want it.
They want it.
They have a water slide. Their community pool has a water slide.
Water slide in the dog pound.
They have. And they have one of those. It looks like a mushroom that water goes over. They have one of those. I told you, I was boots on the ground today in Brook Park checking out. I went past City Hall. I was going to stop in, but the fish only have a 30-minute lifespan in the bag, so gotta get back on the highway. Head home to the east side where I felt safe again, and
Yep.
It was funny because Deanna just posted something on X asking like, "What are you most scared of?" And it had like a snake, a rat, a bee, whatever. And I told her, I replied to her, I said, "I'm most scared of a pissed off Latina."
As you should be.
Oh yeah. No fucking.
Wait a minute. You've never made me mad. What are you talking about?
No, I don't mean you. Yeah. Give me time. Give me time, Amelia. But like I said, it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. It's gonna. We're gonna have a new stadium opening day 5 years from now.
Right. Exactly.
Oh yeah, maybe even sooner. You never know. I mean, the funding and stuff like that'll come sooner. So.
Out of curiosity, how often do you make it up north to games in the stadium? Did you do it at all last year? Because Sherry and I are season ticket holders. Have you made it? I'm just asking you, just so you know about
Me?
No, I'm asking Ed. Is he?
I'll make it up once or twice a year. I try to make it up once or twice. So
okay, because the whole
there's usually an announcement. When
he is.
Their invitations go out.
Paul Brown.
It's a bar mitzvah. It's basically a bar mitzvah when Ed comes to the dog pound.
I love me some me. I don't know. That's my hometown. I'm from Cleveland.
Yeah, you want attention? Get out of here.
I know.
No, neither do I. I don't.
Right? That's we're very much alike, Lou. When it comes to that's nothing wrong with that.
No. Yes. My wife loves me for my mind. Okay.
Just make sure that they build a stadium like they did the Dolphins, where they have the visiting team gets all the sun and you guys get all the shade.
I don't know if they'll do that here because it won't matter because we never get the sun.
It's like the sign that gets the wind.
Fall? Have you been?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what's that, sun? We're like, oh.
Yeah, like you get to the visitors get to kick into the wind in the swirly part.
Yeah.
That's our strategy.
Sherry, I lied to you, Sherry. I said earlier about 20 minutes ago that I was switching allegiances to Florida, but now that I see the score, Edmonton scored 2-0.
Shut up! It's still early.
No,
There's
I can't,
still a
Lou.
lot of
I can't,
hockey.
Lou. I can't help myself. Look, if Edmonton comes back and wins 4 in a row, wins Stanley Cup, that's an Ed. That's a tweet out there. That's something.
He's gonna
have.
It's ED, Lou. I can't help it. I love ED.
She wants to reach to this computer.
Sherry, I'm so sorry that the year of the Ed may conflict with your team. I'm sorry. I didn't do this.
You have to pull what they did. You have to put him in the corner for a minute.
For a minute.
Nobody put. No. Oh, well, okay. I'm going to switch gears here and change the subject. I was thinking about this topic and I wrote some stuff down about it, and it's not football related, but it's entertainment related. Did anybody watch that abomination of a series on Disney Plus called Acolyte? Any Star Wars people on here?
No, I don't have Disney.
Are there any Star Wars people on here? Because I grew up on Star Wars and I was a Star Wars fan, but I really hate what Disney has done to it. And I was gonna say, because I had like titles, because they pretty much had like, it's all woke and they're putting identity politics.
Well, I was done. Look, I didn't like the Natalie Portman Hayden, in the 2000 when they came back. Give me the original 4, 5, and 6. I call 1, 2, 3. But here's the deal. You're right, but I could deal with 1, 2, 3, or I consider.
Oh,
after Natalie Portman in that 3 years or whatever like that, I'm done. I'm out. Jerry.
Out? I was out. The Last Jedi was an abomination. It was horrible.
I've heard nothing but bad things.
The first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian were good, and
that's what I heard. The Mandalorian was good. I did.
Third season of Mandalorian was horrible. My kids watch some Star Wars stuff. Like they like it. They like the Clone Wars cartoon.
It's better than Star Trek. Sorry, Trekkies. I'm sorry. Star Wars is better.
Star Wars is better, but I had some like ideas, like since Disney's taking them over, they're gonna have some new movie title ideas. So I wrote some down here. So like,
I'm sure you did, Lou.
Yeah. They're gonna have one called The Purple-Haired Menace. Attack of the Pronouns.
Okay.
Revenge of the They Thems.
That one's better.
What's that? The Non-Binary Strikes Back.
There we go.
Hit him with the science, Lou. Hit him with the science.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Return of the Simps. This one's an original title. It's Subaru's scissoring in space.
I think that's the most intriguing from a physical standpoint, probably.
Yes,
because the whole gravity, the whole anti-gravity thing. Yeah,
it's Star Wars. They just make shit up as they go. Forget about it. So, they changed the force to the thread, and they created like twin.
Wait, what?
They did that in the show, and they had a group of witches chant things and say things that.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. No, this is what they did.
I was out. I'm glad I got out. I'm out.
I'm with Ed on that.
They had
the first 3.
Jerry, what is he talking about?
They
had a group of lesbian force witches chant things, and it created 2 biracial twin.
Lou, are you telling me the force is there's no force? It's the thread.
It's the thread. That's what they did.
Is it still like the midichlorian count? Do they still use that to measure if?
I don't know what they. I just stopped. I just like, okay, I'm out. I'm done.
I'll stick to Back to the Future movies. Those are always good.
Yeah, those are always good. Yeah, it's like
they haven't
when they're on. Tell me when you watch them and you're going through and you see and you're going. Do you ever like when you see Marty McFly? You're gonna give him a good 5 minutes, right? You're not just gonna, you give him at least a good 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. Did you ever see that the funniest meme I ever saw was with Michael J. Fox, and it said SMH, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, is it wrong for me to laugh at that? yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I did. I'll admit to it. The creator was like Leslie Hetty. Have you seen her? What she looks like?
No.
Or what she's the creator of the Acolyte. I mean, she looks like a corporate diversity officer. like somebody, it's like one of those chief diversity office that have absolutely no sense of humor whatsoever. It's like, geez, I wonder why the show sucks. It's good God.
Really? So that's what they did this. They
did
mutilated it. They mutilated
That's
it.
a castration.
Yeah.
The Rotten Tomatoes fan score is down to 14%, and they're flipping.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that bad. So I thought it was worth bringing up. I know it's more of a Browns talk show, but it's just kind of like, wait a second.
Lou, I think anything. It's Friday. It's Friday. This is the night.
Well, it's but like I said, you guys go ahead and talk. I'm gonna pull up her picture. You talk.
Splendid. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah,
I'm
right here.
Is there anything you want to rant about, Emil? You got something to say? It's in a long week.
Pro-Florida.
Kids.
Anti-Florida.
Just
Anti-Florida. How's FP&L treating you lately?
Yeah. Right.
Are you concerned about the upcoming hurricane season?
Oh gosh, are you kidding me? It's crazy here. It's actually thundering right now as we speak. It's the winds. It's getting real windy right now. It's real bad. It's like the dark. You know how it gets real dark blue before it gets real bad. Well, then it's thundering, and then of course the lightning.
And what part are you located in?
In Wesley Chapel area.
Okay.
I don't know if you know. It's like about 20 minutes right above Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah. What's that? I grew up in Palm Beach County.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just missed the Cops show. I missed that show.
Well, my mom thought it was local.
Really?
My mom thought it was
you're
local.
from all those counties, Sherry.
Yeah.
That they had election problems in 2000. Palm Beach
That was my
County,
first election.
Broward County.
That Roger brought up about the hanging Chad. That was my very first time I got to vote.
Oh, you know what, Florida?
That was my introduction to democracy.
Did you get a butterfly ballot, or did you have what you?
Oh no, it was a butterfly
they
ballot.
They sent me a Democrat and Republican voting card.
Wow, that sounds right.
Yep, I get to vote twice if I want.
There you go.
It's high quality stuff going on down there.
All kinds of high quality stuff. Hang on a second.
My mom still has her sample ballot from the 2000 election.
That's cool to keep it as that's
yeah.
Cool. That's what I would do. That's
yeah. This is her. That's her right there. Okay. That's Leslie Headland. Yeah, that's her. That's the
one you're calling out for the changes in your show.
Yeah, she's the corporate diversity officer that ruined Star Wars.
Wow, we really when Lou attacks, he's like, I'm this is where I'm going.
Right to the jugular.
Why?
She's somebody that you're just like, okay, you got your pronouns in your email.
Wait, did she go to school in California?
It's according to
Is she from California?
She was born in LA in 1980.
Well, say no more. Oh, say no more. That's all I need.
She was also a producer and a writer. I don't know what her education is, but she's from LA.
Yeah, I encountered a lot of that when I lived in SoCal.
Yeah. I do go for the jugular. Like I said, you got
Lou's like, this is what I.
That's her.
Well, it's warranted. It's warranted.
Well, yeah, she ruined. She
like crapped all over.
Her, it's like well, they wear the T-shirts
the money
saying
grab, all the money
grab. The force is female. Did you ever see those T-shirts?
No.
Yeah, the force is female, but the force can't open a jar. So that's just.
He's like,
I know plenty of females that can open a jar. Probably better than my dainty ass. Probably more.
Sometimes I'll make a man feel better.
Sherry, tell him what I do when my wife's not talking to me. What do I do?
He tightens all the jars.
Make her talk to me. She's just like,
and that Geneva Convention. Aren't there rules against that?
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I could get really mean about her if you want. I mean, I could.
I hope she's not watching this.
Nah, I don't know.
I am angry as well because I come from not a long pedigree. I mean, I have nerd friends. I grew up in that lore. we didn't acknowledge the second set of movies. Once the first set of movies is like the original.
That's the thing, Sharon, like I can't get mad like Lou because I was never going to watch that anyway. So if it was
same. I stopped.
It. Like
once
you
Disney
took the time and investment, and it ruined your experience.
Right.
Yeah,
once Disney took it over, and Lucas had nothing to do with it, I'm like done.
Yeah.
Once Disney puts its hands on anything, it destroys it. So as soon, like after, like, you know, like you said too, the second set of movies, I'm just like, I went and I watched them because, you know, nerd stuff.
Right.
But it was garbage. It was total garbage. So then I was like, you know what? The first three, that's all exists in my mind, and that's it. I'm like,
I do admit Rogue One was good. I'll give credit on Rogue One in the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, but that's it. I mean, Boba Fett was okay. Ahsoka was it was weird. They had a character on Ahsoka where Rosario Dawson played Ahsoka, and they had a character on there that was a general in the New Republic, and it was a woman that was a single mom. It's like, okay. They have single moms.
Why does that even matter? Like, why does it have to be a storyline? That is so stupid.
I'm sitting there like, I'm like, yeah, well, what now? You're going to show her a worn out vibrator? I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, God.
That'll get a new demographic.
Like it would. It'll be like,
the boys going.
She thought it was a lightsaber, but oops.
Apparently.
So if she would have had a husband in the show, that would have made it better for you.
Yeah. Well, it's just just like, oh, okay, you know. Yeah, it's
you just didn't want to know about her family. But what upset you more, that she didn't have a husband, or you didn't want to know about her family?
I don't give a shit. I don't care. It's just like, why? It was pointless.
Okay, you thought it was a waste of time. You just thought it was a waste of time.
A waste of time. It's just like, oh, we got to check boxes instead of.
I see what you're saying. Instead of just having the story like the old Star Wars used to have,
which it should have. Yeah, because
like you know. Well, that's, you know, they're trying to fight the patriarchy.
Well, Avatar's that way, right? I mean, Avatar's supposed to have some kind of message, right?
Well,
I mean,
that's James Cameron. He's a douche.
I just thought it was a bad movie. I just thought it was.
I didn't care for Avatar. I know everybody loves it, but it was too long. Yeah, it was way long.
Yeah,
I just couldn't get into it. I understand the significance of the animation. I don't want to be told
and all that. Like I don't want to be like like stop telling me to feel bad. I don't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I don't know if you guys watch the Game of Thrones shows at the House of Dragon. They had the premiere episode last Sunday, and the viewer scores are really high.
And now that's supposed to be before Game of Thrones, Game of Dragons, the prequel.
The House of Dragon is a prequel, and they have strong female characters on that show. And I watched that. I watched the season premiere. I thought it was a great episode, and the fan scores on Rotten Tomatoes did too. So the strong female characters don't bother us. I don't understand. It's just it sucks. That's the problem. It's just it's ick.
You turned into Larry David for a minute.
If I had the Curb Your Enthusiasm music, I'd play it.
Oh, right. You need to.
That would be great. I need to get that. Yeah.
You need to get it.
That would top the show. That would top the show.
We could have like a little segment and use it. Oh, I would relish that.
Hey, well, if we come back next Friday, it'll be the day after the debate too, the presidential.
Oh, no
debate.
shit.
Yeah.
Corey and I are wait until Friday to do our Sunday show because we're going to talk about the debate. Oh yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm going to watch it, but I'm going to watch the live stream of Crowder with Nick DiPaolo. Because Nick DiPaolo makes me. I mean, Crowder's funny too, but Nick DiPaolo is just a classic. So that's.
Did you see? Yesterday, Tony Hinchcliffe was in town with Bert Kreischer and Whitney Cummings. I almost got tickets to. It was in Canton. It was I forgot the name of the comedy tour.
Oh,
but we were gonna go, but there's no way I'd be able to sit through that. I'd be dead like about halfway through. Halfway through the opening act, I'd be dead. I'd be like.
I'm doing this, Lou, because I want to clip this segment at 48 minutes and 20 seconds starting. Shout out to the Dog Chug. Annie Mansion today was featured on 92.3 Ken Carman. They had a segment from 8:25 to 8:42. Odyssey app, check that out. Ken Carman, shout out.
Was it about the car?
But about the Cybertruck and everything. So Andy never ever mentions the Dog Chug. According to Roger, he never mentions the dog. This is what I said.
I heard the Dog Chug.
Now, was Ken Carman able to fit in that thing?
Probably not.
This is where I cut the clip. I cut the clip already, so we're good. I got what I got. I needed to get.
I mean, like I said, he's the photo negative of Lizzo. I mean,
I am here for entertainment purposes.
I'm entertaining as hell.
I mean, like Sherry, I got my clip. And that's where it's getting cut.
Yeah. What did I say, Sherry? If Ken Carmen and Tons of Fun touch tits, they're going to buy each other Subarus.
Yes.
That's a good car. That's a
fat guy scissoring. Yeah. Instead, it might be a Cybertruck. Might be
that's a solid
car.
Yeah.
You know what's a better car?
What is? Oh, your bitchin' Camaro?
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's not a Camaro. Damn it, Lou. I can't believe how uneducated you are
Oh
on American muscle cars.
I'm fucking with
It's
you.
a
I know
Dodge.
what it
It's
is.
Mopar, baby. It's Mopar.
I know what it is.
It's
I was just
2023
Bitchin' Camaro was a song by the Dead Milkmen. It was a song. It was a punk rock. You know the song, Ed, right? Bitchin' Camaro. All right, look it up. Look it up. It's called Bitchin' Camaro. Never mind.
So
My
what do you
little
guys
blue
think?
coupe, which is not little.
It was
at
the
all.
What do you guys
It
think
was a
about
punk
these
rock band.
movies that are being remade again, like Roadhouse and Ghost and stuff like that they're trying to remake?
Did you know that Disney was going to remake an old Robert De Niro movie?
Mm-mm.
They're going to do all that whole
Taxi Driver?
No, all female, all lesbians. It's going to be all female and all
What?
lesbians. Did you know that? Yeah. It's going to be called Raging Bull Dyke.
Oh.
That was a Nick DiPaolo joke. That was
Okay,
a Nick
he's-
DiPaolo.
he's-
Yeah, that was. I didn't take full credit for that, but I can deliver it. I can deliver it.
That was
So-
not planned.
No, I had it in the back of my mind. I have shit written down before.
I'm not old enough to forget. I guess, Amelia, to answer your question, they remake everything, in Hollywood, and it's fine. The only problem is I'm not old enough to remember or old enough to forget that they made the original. So it's like, give me another 20 years and come out with
My
it.
Alzheimer's kicks in when I'm in my 70s. Yeah.
Well, Patrick Swayze's Roadhouse is better. Trust me.
Nothing's gonna beat that. I mean, that's original. I mean, that's
Name the pro wrestler that was in that movie. Ed, do you know the pro wrestler?
Rampage Jackson, right?
Nope. Well, he
No,
might
no.
have been. Yeah,
He was
yeah.
in that-
Nope.
Yeah.
He's more
Terry
famous.
Funk.
More famous. What? Yep.
Terry
Funk. Terry Funk. Yes. Yes. Lord rest his soul. Terry Funk was a great guy. He was funny as hell, man. I loved him. Him. There's stories about him, but there was one when they're on the plane and they're flying in Florida, and I guess they heard about another plane crash, and they said nobody knew what the pilot said because their radio cut out. And Terry's like, I know what they said before the plane crashed. He goes, what did they say? They went, oh shit. And they didn't like it. They were mad. I kind of shortened that story a little bit. So that was my Terry Funk imitation. I got some jokes.
Do you? Oh wait, I have to ask. I have to talk to Ed about a matter that happened on Dog Jack.
Okay. Yes,
Unintentionally.
please.
Unintentionally.
Do you want to do it now in front of everybody? Or do we
Is this like an Ed School thing or
No. No,
Yeah.
it was. I accidentally, unintentionally confused Roger into inviting me on Wednesday, and I didn't want him to think I was guilting him.
No,
it was just a joke.
No, here's the thing.
Because did you see? I
I'm already
posted.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm hoping that you're still available. That's fine because I've already in my mind already thought about.
No.
I'm taking over as host, Sherry. Andy,
I
here's
know.
the deal.
My best joke I've ever delivered was on Dog Chuck, and it was done. It was completely improvised.
I'm like I said, you're on, and like I said, I'm taking over as host, and I'm going to declare something. Just like George W. declared mission accomplished on the battleship, that obviously wasn't accomplished. I am going to proclaim, Sherry, that I'm not making the Dog Chug great again. I have made the Dog Chug great again. And Wednesday night, 10 o'clock, join us. I proclaim it mission accomplished.
He did.
Do I have to wear the banner?
Honestly, here's the deal. Should we make a bet? If Edmonton comes back and wins, yes. If not, no. Maybe you actually, if Florida wins, you'd probably be more keen to do that. So go Panthers. Right. Hopefully you carry that.
I just want both teams to have fun.
This is not baseball, dude.
That's so stupid. That is so bad. I've seen that people with that sign, and I'm like, sit down, shut up. No,
of course they're having fun. They're getting paid millions of dollars to play a game professionally. Of course. How could you not have fun doing that?
Hold on, my wife just texted me. Hold on a second. Okay. That's fine. Everything's cool. Everything's cool.
Lou, what do you think about the WNBA? What's your thoughts on it so far this year? Any thoughts?
Well, okay. Is anybody like surprised that Caitlin Clark is getting hit with a lot of jealousy and resentment because she's better than all of them?
I'm not.
That has absolutely nothing to do with her race or her sexual orientation. It's a group of women working together. You're afraid. I'll say it. I don't care. I'll say it. That's what it is. And you know what? They need an HR department.
I think the closest thing in the NBA to that is like LeBron and his inner circle. I would say I love LeBron and he got us a title, but his posse and stuff like that, and his the Rich Paul and the Clutch and stuff like that. About the NBA, I think that they are like more you like to lose point more WNBA where it's cliquish, where it's catty, and it's like to lose point. It's not a race thing. Caitlin Clark's getting hit because she's it's like anything. You want a piece of Sherry. We're getting drafted, and you get drafted number 1, and I'm number 2, and I'm trying to make it. So when I play you, maybe I do foul you a little bit harder. Maybe I do go at you a little hard because guess what? They consider you number 1. They consider you number 1, and I'm just coming at the king or the queen, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, it's just cattiness. That's what it is.
Which I like. I'm pretty catty myself, honestly, and I appreciate it. Honestly,
they could put him in a pit of mud and let him wrestle. I don't care.
Well, I mean,
now the question: would viewership of the WNBA go up if they did that?
Yes,
it would. It would. I mean,
Probably
would.
I tried watching, and then I'm like.
No, come on. Okay, there's this new trend. Are you guys familiar with the Hawk Tuohy girl?
Oh yes, I made a post today. Andy's Cyberdog. Andy Cyberdog. His touchscreen was very nasty.
Yes, it was.
I put a post out there today with Hawk Tuohy, and I said that's the solution to fix it.
She's like, I don't know who this
taking
girl
over,
is.
Lou. She's taking over.
Oh yeah. I'm Ed. I'm gonna push you something. The guy said he's putting a team together. He has the Edmonton girl that flashed, the woman that didn't know anything was real behind that plane, and I think that cop that had a sixum in Tennessee.
I think that's a strong lineup, Lou. That's a strong lineup.
Yes.
Wait, is this your basketball team?
I don't know what they do. What kind of team are we doing here? What are we doing here? What's the object? What is the point of assembling this team? What are we doing here? Is it just like the all social team? What are we actually doing? Something?
Trying to get me kicked off of YouTube? I mean,
I know people try to make these posts and stuff and say, "Oh, it's a dream team of what?" Though, what are we doing here?
I'm pissing off all my female viewers. That's what I'm doing. What's that?
He's gonna have all this hate mail.
Yeah, well,
Oh, the Ken Carmen people love me. They do. I'm cutting off the clip right here. No, I don't think so. You're not going to do it. No. Okay. Let me just explain. You know what? Do you want to know why my wife calls me daddy instead of dad? Do you know why that is? The extra D. Come on,
I think honestly, when you add the extra D, though, you take the level of creepiness down. Because if she actually called you dad and then did the things that that's when you.
It's a joke. I'm making a joke. Yeah. The more the
YouTube don't.
Okay, here we go. Hawk Tuohy with the dog chug right there.
There it is.
Okay.
I came up with it. Lou, I told Andy when I came back, I'm going to take over some of the dog chug account. I'm going to try to get it more relevant with the social TMZ aspects of the world, and that's what I tried with that post.
Good job. Yeah, good job. I will repost.
Actually, honestly, shout out to Hawk Tuohy girl or whatever like that. Hawk Tuohy for doing her thing, because honestly, I did nothing but steal, her greatness.
I'm sure her daddy's really proud.
She's not Lou. She's not wrong though.
No, God,
she's not wrong.
No. Every guy's like, yeah.
It's in the top 3 probably of things. Right?
I could tell you, I am the guy that asked as a present. How can I put this? To be watching a Browns game and be taken care of while watching a Browns game. Can I just put it that way?
Yeah, I think the audience would know what you mean by that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's why I married her.
I hope
she doesn't watch.
This. Okay, good.
Maybe it should be.
Maybe that's the first time she heard me. What are you talking about?
No. What to the whole world? What?
It's like so. You're like, that's my girl. She's like, so.
She's like, did you know what your husband said about you on this show?
That you're very accommodating.
Right?
No, she has her limitations. She has boundaries, and I respect them. So don't worry. That's how we've been married for like 11 years. But it's awesome. All right, okay. We're this show's getting out of control because I got more jokes.
I missed the whole Lonnie Phelps thing. I'm still like.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about Lonnie Phelps and his
Well, did you
greatness or not?
And he ran into a cute little bistro in Key West, and we all know how big Key West is. So I'm wondering if it's on Duval Street because that's where the best part of the drinking happens on
Get
Duval.
boots on the ground. Sherry, do you know people in that area that you can contact?
any Florida Jews in the directory?
Yes.
Actually, yeah, I could send out.
Feelers. Just send out feelers. Get see what you
Right.
I could have somebody down there.
You could
4 hours, depending on.
Sherry, you know what else is going to be down in
7
Florida?
Mile bridge isn't like.
What else is in Florida?
What?
The Florida Panthers. Edmonton's up 3-0. It looks like we're going to Game 7. Looks like we're going to Game 7.
Oh, I'm okay.
It'll be Game 7 in Florida.
It's in Florida.
It's in Florida. It'll be fine. I'll be there. Drop the puck. It'll be fine.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ice loves me.
See, if I tell my jokes in a Trump voice, I can get more away with it. You do it in my Trump. What? Did you hear why the police are allowed to shoot gingers? Do you know why? Do you want to know why?
They have no soul.
No, because orange is the new black. That's why.
Didn't see that coming.
No.
Do you like my black tie tonight? You like my black tie?
It's beautiful.
I love the black tie.
It's a black tie event.
It's a power tie.
Well, that's why I had my crown on for you, but it interfered with the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, then you got mad at me for the Edmonton thing, and then you lost your Wi-Fi.
Hey, it's long and black, just like the line at KFC. That's what it is.
No, black people have better taste in fried chicken. Come on.
Okay, Popeyes.
They come with Popeyes now. So.
It's Popeyes.
Especially in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
When KFC's done right and it's fresh, there's nothing better. That was my first job, Lou. I was a paper boy when I was 14, but my first real job when I was 16 was at KFC. I learned a lot there. I learned a lot about life.
I gained
like 20 pounds. KFC now, so they
agree with that.
Popeyes it is very expensive. Oh, I wish we had a Church's. I wish we had a Church's up here. Oh,
you worked at McDonald's. Lou, you were at McDonald's, you said?
Yeah. Gained 20 pounds that summer.
I don't think I could have handled it. You guys had too many products. I had original crispy. There wasn't as many products in 1996.
It was 1988. I was 15 that summer. Okay. Yeah. I was able. Yeah. Yes. That was a good summer. I have some more offensive jokes.
My first job was working at an old folks' home. Talk about learning about trial by fire life lessons.
So you got to work with Joe Biden.
I knew you were going to go there.
Pretty much. My people kept dying on me. I quit in a very immature manner. But
I just want to see. I would just love for him to look over and say, "Hey, are you awake over there? Are you awake?
Thursday night.
You know what the hell's going on here? We're having a debate. What the hell?
You think somebody's gonna poke him to make sure he's still alive?
He'll be all Adderalled up, so he'll be.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
What did they give you before you came out here, Joe? What did they give you, huh? What do you want?
Are you
have a drug test?
Oh, you know what? You know what would be great if they gave both of them the same amount of whatever it is they're.
Well, that's what they're saying. They're saying that the Adderall and the other drug that he's supposedly on are the same drugs that I guess Trump, when he was president, had at the White House too. So let's be real. As much as we want to blame Biden for his age, and it's rightfully so, he's old. Okay,
maybe he can have his son.
I think for a debate or a State of the Union, if you can get Adderall and some other drug and it can get you focused and going, because I get accused of it all the time. Really, it's just Mountain Dew.
That's you and your Mountain Dew, yeah.
It's just Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Hey, at least I didn't shit my pants in front of the Pope. Okay, he did. I didn't do that.
His son has some connections. His son could give him something.
Yeah.
Right. His son could get him the good stuff. Hell yeah.
Lou, I think the only thing I don't agree with Biden and with the Pope was I don't think another man should touch another man's head unless they're wrestling. It's a headbutt. It's a UFC fight. It's this or that. I mean, to touch another man's head in that fashion,
well,
you should be in
correct.
combat. You should be in combat mode.
In his defense, he thought it was a little kid. That's what it was.
Was there hair sniffing? Did he sniff the Pope there?
He
I bet it was
sniffing the Pope.
angelic.
He sniffed the Pope. That's what he did. He sniffed the Pope.
I'd sniff the
I
Pope.
wasn't
Come
there,
on.
but I saw the tape.
Would
They
you
call it
sniff the
deep
Pope?
fake.
Would you sniff the Pope if you had the opportunity?
No, I don't.
No.
No, I would shake his hand. I'd be like, "How you doing, Padre?" I don't know.
Well, Padre is, he is father. That makes, I mean, you're
Father,
not
yes,
dismissive.
Padre.
He is Padre.
Hey, what up?
He's, what up,
I don't know what
Padre?
you. Yeah, what? I just said. I'm sorry.
I can't get him on the dog jug.
I just get the president, get Trump on the dog jug, or the Pope, get the Pope on the dog jug.
Sherry, are you bringing the fun on Wednesday? Do you have any ideas? If you have any ideas,
Well, I'll DM you.
Okay.
I love this, by the way. That was awesome.
Oh yeah.
I thought mega powers. I thought you can't go wrong with Savage and Hogan. You just can't.
No, sure as Miss Elizabeth. I saw that. I cried. I was like, God.
I know. Ooh, yeah, brother. I almost put on the spaghetti straps.
Yes, put on
For that.
spaghetti straps. Well, if it was Chris Christie, he'd eat them. So
I miss
you
Chris
give me all night.
Christie in his short shorts. Do you remember those that were burned into our mind's eye when he was at the beach?
He was sporting his fat guy Daisy Dukes. That's what he was wearing.
They were like gym teacher pants. Do you remember like 90s gym teacher pants? That's what they were with the thick gum.
Couldn't see his junk. Couldn't
Waist.
see his junk or his gimmick. Too much fat. That's what happens. Can't even
So
find it.
How hot is it in Cleveland right now?
It's so hot.
Yeah.
It's so hot up here,
What were your highs? Like, were you guys around 95, 96, the same as like?
Yeah. Yeah, it was nasty.
Swamp acid boob sweat. That's what it was.
And I used that allegedly, the stuff that's supposed to be the no under boob sweat thing.
Yeah.
That only works for tiny boobs. Tiny boobs.
So it did perspire, and you're saying because of the lack of size, what they described.
I think yes. I don't think they did the
So it
appropriate
would have
trials for the
worked?
claim.
Would it have worked for smaller?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm just wondering. So they didn't. Maybe you need
For
to apply
moves.
more. Maybe you just need to apply like 5 sticks then, or something. I don't know.
But that's discrimination, though.
Well, they should tell you that, though. But you're right.
They should
be-
ahead of time.
tell you that. Yes.
The trials scientifically should cover,
Fair enough.
a broad spectrum of boobage
Okay.
sizes to
Okay.
claim.
I just saw one of the funniest memes ever. I'm going to describe it to you.
Uh-huh.
It's Hillary Clinton giving a serious dirty look like this. And it says, when your husband is in the other room with an intern and you hear, Haktua, I'm not kidding.
Oh, damn.
Sometimes X can be the greatest of all places. Sometimes it
Indeed. It is. It's where
That's why we come back for more. It's like
It's where creativity and hatred come together to form some beautiful.
It's like, you know what it is?
nonsense.
It's like being a Browns fan. You're willing to put up with 99% hate, but for that 1% of joy, because that joy is so good.
It is
Sherry.
so delicious. It is
To get back at somebody, say, ha.
the elation.
Yeah. Browns are turning around this year, but since
I
99,
will
it's fair
tell
to say
you,
it's been a lot of pain.
the most satisfying moment I had, if you want to go around, we could talk about the most satisfying moment of the last year,
I love
was
satisfaction.
we beat the Steelers, and there were Steeler fans at the end of the road. We beat the Steelers at home. They were running their mouths the whole game, $230 million, your quarterback's hurt, all this stuff. And we won the game, and he was like, he kind of like was just scrolling. I walked up to him, shook his hand, and said, "Have a good night." And I walked away, and he just was like, oh.
You
just
just
like,
wash that hand immediately.
of
right?
course.
Purell.
Sanitize.
I was
Yeah.
wearing gloves. I was wearing gloves, but I would just let you know that doing that and like showing some class and be like, okay, have a good night. Like, all right, we won the game. Like act like we were there before because we've been, and just to be like, instead of like telling them to, no, I'm not going to do that. So that was me. That felt great. That was being a stoic boss is what I did. Okay, what about you?
Well, the Rolling Stones were just in Cleveland recently, I saw. But, talking about satisfaction and getting it, mine has to go back to something that we didn't have at first. Since 99, you asked me from a Browns moment that gave me the most satisfaction. And that date would have been September 10th, 2001 with my father and my friend in Cleveland Browns Stadium at the time against the Pittsburgh Steelers. We had gone 0-8 in home games in 1999. So our 2 games were on the road in New Orleans and then obviously in Pittsburgh. So we didn't win at home. So, leading up to that date, we haven't won at the new place. So we played the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tim Couch throws a nice 85-yard pass to Kevin Johnson. But Pittsburgh, of course, comes back. They got a chance to tie it at the end of the game. Tick, 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 because we had sacked them, and they couldn't get the field goal off or whatever like that. But no, what gave me the satisfaction was not only just winning that game in the first one in the new era at home, but the next day when the NFL came out and said, we apologize to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The officials got it wrong. Pittsburgh could have had enough time to kick at least the game-tying field goal. But guess what? Oops, we're sorry. Nothing we can do about it. Browns win. And it's something that happens at Cleveland and shit and all the shit that goes down. So it was nice that not only did we get the win, but the NFL is basically admitting that, fuck you, Pittsburgh. It's not even enough to overturn a game.
No, they won't do that. Yeah, and Steeler fans cried and bitched about that.
They cry about it, yeah. Exactly. That satisfaction there, Lou.
All right, we're about to take it home there, Sherry. What do you got for last year's? I can tell you.
For me, Baker Mayfield took the field. Deshaun Kaiser, I believe, was hurt. Was it Deshaun Kaiser?
No, it was Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor. Thank you.
I get those confused too. Don't worry about it.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it doesn't. Irrelevant.
Jeez.
But you know what I'm talking about. The chains came off the fridges, the victory fridges. We beat the Jets.
Sherry was thirsty.
The elation. I was there. I didn't try and get a free beer because if you would have seen what was going on in that stadium, you wouldn't have gone. You wouldn't have won a fight. I'm like,
Plus
what?
It's a Bud Light, Lou. You don't drink Bud Light.
You don't want the free. I'm not going to fight for a free Bud Light.
I think
but
so.
just to be there and to feel the elation.
That was before I turned gay. It's no longer. It was gay. It wasn't gay back then.
That was a softball, Sherry. I had to give it.
I had to do it. My wife hears it. I know she's hearing it. She's just like, oh God. Go ahead, Sherry.
No, the collective joy of an entire stadium full of people watching their team win for the first time in
631 days.
Exactly.
Yes. It was a long time.
Amazing.
We deserved it. We got it.
Huge.
It was huge.
It was huge.
It was.
At the Top Dog tailgate event, I was doing the Trump thing, and people were like laughing, and all the other podcasters and stuff were laughing at my Trump impression. And then, what does my wife tell you, Sherry, while she was cleaning off my daughter's hands with a water bottle? She's like,
I'm gonna hear that the whole way home.
And I didn't do it. I was like, no, because I actually didn't want to get shot when we got home. So we're good.
That's important.
Yes,
we don't want that news story.
No. Trump impersonator gets shot. It's not good. All right.
That's too bad.
Yes. Amelia, what do you got? Just anything you want to say. I don't care because we're about.
Thank you guys for having me tonight. I'm glad that the Browns are going to be playing the Dallas Cowboys to know that the Cowboys are going to be beat. That's what I'm happy about.
Shellacked. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Facts. Spitting facts right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you guys, this was a fun show. I actually sometimes when I'm in the mood and I let loose, I might take it a little bit too far, but I don't really think so. But
the top rope says I don't think so.
I don't think so, man. Oh, you trust me. Do it. What was the other Ken Carman joke? He's so fat when he takes a shit, he clogs a portable toilet.
Oh yeah, that was one of. Did you say he blocked you? Did he block you?
I think he did.
Okay.
I think he did.
You might have earned that one. You might have earned that one.
That wasn't any clips last April. It was Ken Carman's ass covering the sun. Megan had.
It was a total, and it was total.
It was a total eclipse.
It wasn't in
Columbus. I gotta tell you. Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna get in more trouble when my wife hears me. She's like, I could hear you. All right, I got more of the Haktua girl coming your way, Ed.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. It's with the Iron Sheik going Ha-tu.
Wasn't he
Trump
Jewish?
said he was
Right?
going to come or whatever.
No, he was Muslim. He was totally
Really?
Muslim. He was from Iran. He was actually
Really?
I knew him as Kaz, but I can't pronounce his full name. But he was actually the Shah of Iran's bodyguard.
No.
And he fled. Yeah, he fled Iran. He told us the story. He fled Iran. I wrestled him twice. He fled Iran during the Ayatollah Revolution. He was a Greco-Roman gold medalist wrestler. I mean, he was legit. I mean, he actually was an assistant coach on the U.S. wrestling team after he fled to the United States. And Vern Gagne, you know who Vern Gagne is? You know who? Ed,
I've heard the name.
Yeah, he was a promoter, wrestler, and he was trained. He trained Flair. He trained Steamboat. He trained a lot of the big names in the business, including the Iron Sheik. So yeah, hang on. I got to send this to Roger too. I think he would like it.
You know what's funny, Sherry? You always talk about my linguistics and things like that, and my dictation and the things I say. I'll say one thing. You know, CNN has altered Ed in Columbus forever, and here's why. Because obviously, as an American, most people would say in the streets in Nebraska or Iowa, the kids would be like, Iraq and Iran, okay? But because I listen to Christian Amanpour reporting from Iraq and Iran, now I say, instead of saying Iran and Iraq, I say Iran and Iraq.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So I am more of the world.
Civilized. You're more worldly. Yeah.
Because of the famous journalist Christian Amanpour reporting.
I'm impressed.
Hey, he's a cunning linguist. That's what he is.
I just think it sounds more. I think Iran.
I got more jokes.
It's more
jokes.
Right.
Got plenty of jokes. Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm a cuck when it comes to language. I'm a cuck. I want to do whatever makes everybody happy.
It's okay.
Is that what cuck really means?
Well, a cuck is somebody that just wants to basically bend over and do whatever it takes to be liked and whatever, or doesn't want to give up a fight. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't want to fight. Like, you're a husband and you're a cuck and your wife wants to plow somebody else and you just let it happen because you just don't want to fight. That's what a cuck is. I call Andy a cuck all the time. I call Andy a cuck all the time. Shout out to Andy.
You sure do.
I call him the cuck in the Cybertruck. He is the cuck in the Cybertruck.
He should change his
the cuck in the Cybertruck.
Yeah, that's what he's got.
Wow.
I did a top 10 and he was number 1, and that was the reason I said number 1 cuck in the Cybertruck, Andy Manchin.
Wow. I think that's better than my Hot Wheels joke.
that was my. I've been having to do top 10s and break Ed news on Dog Jug. Andy will be gone this week. I'm taking over Lou.
Well, hey, I noticed since I did my Joe Biden joke, you guys really didn't have me back on.
Well, that is.
Yeah, it was just the Depends joke was just great. Oh, come on, that was good.
I mean,
okay. God. The cuck in the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Well, it rhymes. That's why it's so good too. It's so memorable. Anything that rhymes.
Check out the
Right.
Yeah, guys, check out the Dog Chug every Wednesday night at 10 o'clock. Check out the ladies of the Pod Squad. Check out the Fanatical Elves, subsidiary of the Fans First Sports Network. Like, share, subscribe, follow each and every one of us. Amelia, thank you for coming on. Sherry,
thank you so much.
Next Friday. Ed, man, always a pleasure having you. We're gonna wait till we're not on the air, and I really
we can talk.
We should have them pay extra to hear me really go off on people.
Well, here's the thing: they could pay the extra, and that's fine. We could collect the dough.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: it might be a one-time gig before they cancel us, Lou. I think that might be it.
And I just, like I said, Ken Carmen, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. I do personal training work.
Roger went after some people at 92.3 The Fan. He attacked them. So we have to kiss
What's
Ken
his face, right?
Oh yeah, because I told Megan the jokes I didn't say on the air, and she's like, "Good, thank you for not saying
the bus one. The bus one that we wrote is gold. You still haven't used the city bus one, remember?
The city bus. Oh, he's so heavy that he puts up the wheel alignment of a city bus. He's something like. Well, no, what was the one about Anthony Lima being pegged?
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm cutting that. I'm splicing that before all of this.
Yeah. We're gonna do all this.
Allegedly,
allegedly.
Like they would say, reckless speculation.
Oh, of course. That's what they say. I wouldn't say that. They say, hey, Ken, just because you can't find it doesn't make you non-binary. It makes you fat. Always remember with the river. Later.